Sure. I'm doing very well. How about you?
Doing well. Nice to see you again. And
Thank you.
Hussein, what did you do today? What did you do today?
I studied English. I
Nice.
slept. I ate. I went out with my friends, and
Okay.
that's it. Yeah,
Nice. The basics, I guess.
yeah, yeah.
Good. And so Ivan and Lena, we just had you guys back in class. I don't think I asked you, Ivan. Ivan, what did you do today?
I was in cinema
Okay.
today
I went.
morning. I went to the cinema
Yeah.
today. Yeah, it was a Planet of the Apes. You know,
Okay. Nice.
the new franchise, the new sequel of this
Yeah.
movie. Very
Good.
interesting.
It was interesting. So
Yeah,
you liked it?
yeah, yeah. I like it. Yeah,
Okay. Awesome.
and then we went with my wife for shopping. So yeah, that was my day.
Okay. I went shopping with my wife.
Yes, I went shopping with my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. So I went shopping with my wife. And good. That sounds great. And so let's get started. Actually, Lena, what are you gonna do tomorrow? What are you gonna do tomorrow, Lena?
Same today.
Okay.
I don't.
So
I
instead of
know.
saying
Go
today.
this. I rest. I don't know.
Okay. So rest. We'd start the sentence with an article. So can you see the sentence in the chat box, Lena?
I know see the document.
Yeah. So it's actually in the chat box. Can you see the chat box?
Chat
So
box.
if you
What
put
is
your
mean chat box? Chat box. I don't know what is.
Do you speak Spanish at all, Lena? You're from Colombia, right?
Yes.
La caja de mensajes. Entonces, so if you put your mouse over the pictures or over the screen, there should be a bar on the left-hand side with different applications. And one of the applications is a blue box that says chat.
Mm, no. I in iPad. Is the same
Uh,
with the computer?
yeah. Okay, so
An
I don't know if,
iPad doesn't support this
yeah,
feature, yes.
that's okay. Okay, so instead of saying same today, we'd say the same thing as today. So what did you do today? Or what are you going to do tomorrow? The same thing as today.
Okay.
Yeah, but good, Lena. Okay, and let's go ahead and take a look at today's class. And let's have Victor, can you read the title and the next couple of lines?
Yes. Today we will talk about children and childhood memories, conditional statements.
Nice. Okay, really good pronunciation. Good work with children and childhood. Those are often pretty tough. Okay, and let's go ahead to the next page. And let's start with Cesar. Can you read the title and the next line?
Yes, vocabulary. Choose the correct word for the sentence.
Good. Vocabulary. Can you repeat vocabulary?
Vocabulary.
Yeah, vocabulary. Hold on, and I'll get that up just in 1 second. And so let's start with the first sentence. David, can you try the first sentence?
Yeah, sure, Joshua. People say that children should be on the elders. Say that children should be safe. No, not safe. No, respectful of their elders.
Yeah, respectful of their elders, for sure.
Yes.
Okay. And Ivan, what about the next sentence?
Okay. When your child is learning to ride a bike, a helmet will keep him safe.
Yeah, exactly. Lina, what about the next sentence?
The story of the book was memorable.
Okay, memorable is good. There's another word that could work. What other word?
Imaginary.
Uh-huh.
Imaginary.
Yeah, both work. Really good job, Lina. Good pronunciation as well. Maybe imaginary.
Imaginary.
Yeah.
Imaginary.
Good. Imaginary. And the next one, Victor.
If he was more responsible, he would have taken the blame for the accident.
Yeah, if he was more responsible. The blame. Can you repeat blame?
Blame.
Good.
Blame.
Awesome job. And Cesar, what about the last sentence? Cesar. Yeah.
Yes, sorry. If there are clothes at the party this birthday would be memorable.
Close. Yeah, memorable. Can you repeat memorable?
Memorable.
Memorable.
Mom.
Good.
Mom.
That's a tough one. So we don't ever really pronounce the O. So we wouldn't say mem or able. It's just memorable. One more time, Cesar.
Memorable.
Yeah, memorable. Perfect. That sounded great. And good. Does anybody have any questions on this page? Any questions?
What is mean elders?
Elders. Can anybody explain what elders are?
Older people.
Yeah.
Ah,
Elders? Others are just people who are older than you. Older people. Gosh, that's annoying. Good. And any other questions? Any other questions on this page? Okay, good. Let's go to the next page. And let's have David. Can you read the title, the directions, and the next line?
Okay. So conditional when things are generally or always true. If or when or unless plus present form plus present tense or imperative.
Good. And can you read 0?
0.
Yeah. And things perfect. And this is the form. So form. But good. Form. Wow. And so good. And let's have Lina. Can you try the first sentence? And so remember, we'd use the present tense, and we'd use one of these verbs.
Okay. If you to weigh a child go to amazing part. I don't know if you to dry.
Not quite.
If you to weigh a child go to amazing part.
Okay. Do you know what an amusement park is?
Part. Yes.
Okay. So can you repeat amusement park?
Amusement park.
Yeah. Amusement park. And so again, this is a picture of an amusement park. So these are amusement parks.
Okay.
And if you blank a child, can somebody help her with the first sentence? Does anybody know the correct verb we'd use?
If you have a child.
If you would
Yeah.
if you have.
Yeah, if you have a child. And
Okay, I get it now.
yeah. Can you repeat the sentence, Lena?
If you had a child, go to amazing park.
Good. Can you repeat the amusement park?
The amusement park.
Good. And if you have a child. So again, we'd use the present tense. If you have, go. And so that's the zero conditional. One example. Victor, can you try the second sentence?
When you uh, if you went
Okay. And remember, we'd use the present progressive.
oh if you was
So, and it's a when. So when you.
when you was uh, walking, I don't know.
Okay, not quite. So remember the verbs. Can you see the verbs on the bottom of the page, Ivan?
Victor, yes.
I think that is when you
Drive,
drive to the
drive.
park.
Okay, so the correct verb is to drive,
Yes.
but
Oh,
it's in the present progressive. Does anybody know how we form the present progressive?
When you're driving to the park. Oh, okay.
when you
Really close. We're
when you
missing
was
an auxiliary.
when
when
you
you are
when
when
you
you are driving to the park.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so when you are driving,
Yes.
to the
Or
park.
drive.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, Victor, can you repeat that sentence?
when you are driving to the park, take the third exit on the highway.
Good. Awesome job. Good pronunciation as well, and thanks for that help. Um, okay, and Wisla, welcome to class. Wisla, how are you doing?
Hello, thank you. I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing well. It's nice to see you again. Wisla, can you try the next sentence?
Uh, you mean third?
Yeah.
Unless you pay for the tickets? No. Unless you wait for the tickets,
Not
buy the
quite.
tickets?
Not quite. So remember, unless is if you have not.
Unless you
Pay.
have not.
Uh-huh.
You haven't. No.
Yeah, so unless is negative. And so we'd what
Unless you
verb would we
have
Pay.
for the
use?
tickets.
So verb is definitely pay. We'd have to change it into the present perfect. Now, how do we change this verb into the present perfect?
Unless,
Sorry, which verb? Which,
Okay, so the verb is to pay.
uh, paid are paying.
Not quite.
No.
Maybe
It's
unless you
perfect.
have paid for the tickets.
Yeah, unless you have paid.
Paid.
Exactly. Have paid. So, Wisla, can you repeat that sentence?
unless you have paid for the tickets, buy the tickets.
Good. And that just means if you haven't paid. If you have not paid for the tickets, buy the
Mm-hmm.
tickets. So unless is just the negative. Okay, but good. And good pronunciation, Wisla. Cesar, can you try the last sentence? And remember, we use the present perfect progressive in this sentence.
Um, if you waited for more than an hour in line, complying to the manager.
Okay, close. Plus progressive. So remember this tense, we use the verb to have plus a participle plus a progressive. So that's the present perfect progressive. So how would we form that?
To wait. If you to wait,
Close. It's a little bit different. Does anybody know how we form this?
I know.
Have
Yeah.
been waiting.
Uh,
Yeah.
if you had been waiting, yeah. Yes.
Yeah, if you have been waiting for more than an hour in line, complain to the manager. Cesar, can you try that sentence one more time?
if you have been waiting for more than an hour in line, complain to the manager.
Good. The only small thing I saw was then. More than an hour. Can you repeat then?
Then.
Yeah, more than an hour. Good. And does anybody have any questions on this page? Any questions?
Yes.
Okay.
What is the difference in pronunciation the pay y pay? Saying pay and pay. I don't know.
Okay, so paid is like that, and pay is that. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
so paid has a D at the end, so that's the past tense. And pay,
Wait.
yeah.
Okay.
But
Okay.
okay, can I ask a question?
Yes.
If you, what is the difference between if, for example, had been waiting and have been waiting?
Okay, had been waiting is the past perfect progressive. If you had been waiting. So that's tricky, actually. I've got a good explanation that I actually wrote for another student. Hold on. So it's just about the present perfect and the past perfect.
Yes,
Hold
but
on.
in this sentence, I don't see any difference.
Okay, so had been waiting is, we wouldn't really use it in this sentence. If you had been waiting more than line, so you should have. You should have complained. So that would be like a past event. And it's not a zero conditional because it's not the present tense. If you had been waiting, it's like the past. So I think it'd be like a third conditional. So if you had been waiting for more than an hour in line, so it's an event that happened in the past, that ended in the past, that you can't change. So it's an impossible event to change. So it's impossible to change. You should have complained to the manager. And so that's more like not the second conditional. Where is it? The third conditional. So you could use the past perfect, and then would, could, might, or should. Um, so does that make sense? So it's an impossible condition in the past. So it would be the third conditional. Does that answer your question?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. And I'm not sure actually what page we were on. Hold on one second. Zero conditional. Um, okay, so yeah, this would be the third conditional then, if we use the past perfect. Okay, and any other questions? Okay, no questions. So let's go ahead to the next page. Let's read about the first conditional. And David, can you read the title, the directions, and the basic example?
Sure. First conditional, to talk about future events that are likely to happen. Basic example. If we have a birthday party, our son will be blessed.
Good. The only small thing, pleased.
Okay.
Can you repeat
Please.
pleased? Good.
Please.
Nice job. And Ivan, can you read the words in or the sentences in the box?
Yeah, okay. The if clause can be used with different present forms. Example: if I go, I will. If he's feeling better, he will. If she hasn't heard the news, I'll tell her.
Okay, good. And good. That sounds perfect. Really good job. Lina, can you read the next parts?
The future clause can contain going to or the future perfect. Will had participles. Examples: if we buy a cake, I going to eat well. If we don't play a part, we will have been bad parents.
Good. And participle. Can you repeat participle?
Participle.
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 Par-
Participle.
participle.
Yeah, that's a hard one to pronounce. Participle.
Participle.
Good. That was good. It sounded natural. Nice. I'm going to eat it all. And eat it all. Can you repeat eat it all?
Eat it all.
Perfect. Good. Does anybody have any questions on this page? Okay, let's practice a little bit then. And let's have Victor. Can you read the title?
First conditional, planning a party. Delegue.
That's a tough
Delegate.
word, actually.
Yes.
It's a little bit different. It's actually dialogue.
D-
Dialogue.
oh,
Can you
dialogue.
repeat?
Oh,
Dialogue. And I
dialogue.
spelled it wrong. So that's how it should be. Um,
Okay.
so yeah, sorry about that. And Victor, can you play the husband? And Wisla, can you play the wife?
Okay. I can.
Okay.
Uh, uh, John's birthday is soon. We should try a party for him. Throw a party for him.
If we mm, don't make a party,
I have been waiting for. Yeah.
Okay. So think about the conditional statement based on the previous statement. So we should throw a party for him. So
if we
so maybe if we throw a party, what will happen?
he will be very pleased.
Nice.
Pleased.
Good pronunciation.
You're right. I bet he'd be happier if it were a surprise party.
Maybe if it maybe if it were a surprise party, I have to invite all his friends.
Okay, and we'd use the present progressive of to go. So that's close. And this is just because I wrote it down here. So what would we do the present progressive of to go?
I am going to
Yeah, I'm going to have to invite all his friends. Can you repeat that sentence one more time?
maybe if it is a surprise party, I'm going to have to invite all of his friends.
Perfect. Where's my husband?
Hi, husband.
That my husband just sleep a little bit,
Mid
following
conversation too.
following sleep. That might be a lot of work. If even one friend tell him we will wished a lot of time.
Close.
Uh, we will have wished
Yeah, what letter is missing at the end of waste?
waste. Oh.
Yeah, so will have wasted. Can you repeat will have wasted?
Will have wasted.
Good, wasted. And yeah,
Should we tell him? It might be easier to have a normal party.
Oh, I think we should. Surprise parties are too hard.
nice. Good job, guys. Um,
Thank you.
that was awesome. There's some tricky things. David and Ivan, can you read this one more time? So David, can you play the husband? Ivan, can you play the wife?
Okay, sure. John's birthday is soon. We should throw a party for him.
If we throw a party, he will be very pleased.
You're right. I bet he'd be happier if it were a surprise party.
Maybe, if it is a surprise party, I'm going to have invite all his friends.
That might be a lot of work. If even one friend tells him, we'll have wasted a lot of time.
Should we tell him? It might be easier to have a normal party.
I think we should. Surprise parties are too hard.
Nice, guys. David, can you repeat the sentence that's highlighted?
Okay. We will have wasted a lot of time.
We will have wasted.
Okay. Waste. Oh, because and in T you have to add the extra syllable. Yeah. We will have wasted a lot of
Uh-huh.
time.
Perfect. Nice job. Does anybody have any questions on this page?
No, so far.
Okay, good. Let's go to the next page. And let's have Ivan, can you ask Lena the first question?
Yeah. What are John's parents going to do?
A surprise party?
Okay. Close.
No.
How would you answer in a complete sentence?
The parents or John's, we are surprise party for him.
Okay. So the parents of John. Parents of John. How would you say that with the possessive? How could you change that around?
John's parents.
John's parents.
Yeah, John's parents. Oh, John's parents. And then how would you change the rest of the sentence? So John's parents are
Are going to surprise party.
going to. What's the verb? We're missing a verb.
True.
Make.
Okay, it's not through. So through is like that, and it sounds like through.
To make. To through.
Yeah, throw. And that's a long O. Throw. With a long O sound. So can you repeat throw? Throw.
Throw.
Yeah, so they're going to throw, and then we're missing an article. And articles are like a, an, and the.
Is a party.
Yeah, throw a surprise party. Can you repeat that sentence one more time, Lena?
John's parents are going to throw a surprise party.
Okay, good. Nice answer. Really good grammar. So, Lena, can you ask Victor the next question?
Will will it be a surprise? Why or why not?
Uh, 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 throw a surprise party. Uh, a little bit stuck.
That's okay. So, yeah, will the party? Will it be a surprise? Why or why not?
Uh, I think it will be surprise for them because uh,
Okay.
it's
Let's
surprise party.
let's look at the last page. So, Victor, can you read those last two lines?
Yes. Uh, Wife, should we tell him it may be easier to have a normal party?
And the last line?
Uh, I think we should. Surprise parties are too hard.
Okay. And so, will the party be a surprise?
Uh, yes,
Okay.
because it's hard. Hard. Oh,
So,
sorry.
too hard. So,
Yes.
if they tell him, will it be a surprise party?
Uh, no. If you tell him, it will be not surprise party.
Yeah. So, if you tell him, it won't be a surprise party. And so, why are they not going to throw a surprise party? Why won't they throw a surprise party?
Because surprise uh, parties are too hard.
Yeah, surprise parties are too hard. So good. And so back to Lena's answer. They're going just to throw him a party. It's not going to be a surprise party. They're going to throw him a party. Really good. That was awesome though. And so really great answers. Victor, can you ask, pardon? Was there a question?
First one or your own, my own.
No, I was. It sounded like somebody had a question.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Victor, can you ask Wisla the last question?
Okay. Uh, have you ever given a surprise party? What was it like if you haven't given a surprise party? What you like to?
Yes, I have given a surprise party. Mm, There was a lot of friends, and my friend think he go with me play golf.
Okay, my friend, you said think. We put that in the past tense.
My friend thought,
Yeah, go with me to play golf. Awesome. That's great. And so he thought he was going with me to play golf. Perfect. So it was a successful surprise party. Okay. And what was it like? Did the party go well?
on the way, we come to my home because I said him I forgot something.
So we wouldn't say said.
I told him.
Yeah, exactly. So it's with the indirect objects. I told him I forgot something. So let's get a new page here. Hold on.
And there was a lot of our friends.
Okay, and so there were a lot of our friends. Good. So let's look at the difference between to tell followed by indirect object. So I told him that I was going to get my clubs. And so, oh, sorry, we'd want, I told him. And let's get surreal. So I told him that I was going to get my clubs, and then to say. So not followed by indirect object. So we'd say, I said I was going to get my clubs. So when we say told, I told him something. I said something. So does everybody understand the difference between to say and to tell?
But always, if I know, we should use say with to. I said say to him, for example.
Uh-huh,
Or not.
exactly. Yeah. So unless you use the preposition to. Unless you use the preposition, preposition to. But that still sounds odd, so I would recommend not using that. So say to him, it just sounds better to say told him. Said to him always sounds really unnatural, and it's not very fluent. It doesn't flow very well. But that is a rule. So if you use the preposition to, you can say. But yeah, it sounds better if you use an indirect object to just use told.
Told.
Okay, any questions on this page or the page before? Any questions?
Yeah, Joshua. For example, indirect objects are just her, him, or what else can be
Yeah.
an indirect object.
So the indirect object pronouns, let's get those. Get a little box. Indirect object pronouns. So it's like to them, to it, to us, to you. Sorry, that's Spanish and English. I just want to get a little box of them so you can remember them. Yeah, I mean, so truly it's just to me, to you, I told him, I told, you told me, you, him, her, it, told us.
Personal pronouns, basically, yeah?
Yeah, they're just like the pronouns. So those are the indirect object pronouns. But good. And any other questions? And on this page, any questions? Okay.
No.
Good. Let's go to the next one. So this is the second conditional. Let's have David, can you read the title and the form?
Second conditional, talking about impossible situation.
Yeah, and the form, David?
Okay, the form is if plus past or past progressive, could or would or might.
Good. And let's have Ivan. Can you read the examples?
Yes, examples. If it were my birthday today, I would throw a party.
Good. And the next example?
If I were turning 21, I would go to the bar.
Perfect. Nice job. Lena, can you read the next sentence? Sorry, Lena, can you read the next sentence?
Hello, yeah, we are
Okay.
here. When we often use the subject for were instead of was, but were.
Good. Both would work. Can you repeat
Both
would?
were.
Would.
Were.
Close. Would sounds a little bit different. Would sounds like would. Can you repeat that? Would.
What?
Yeah,
What?
would. Good.
Both would
Okay.
were.
Yeah, both would work. And then work? Work?
Were.
Good. Victor, can you read the note and the next example?
Note. We often use the second conditional to give advice. Example: if I were you, I would do my chores.
Good. Can you repeat chores? Chores.
Chores.
Yeah, chores.
Chores. Chores.
Good. Chores. That's a difficult word. Does anybody have any questions on this page? Any questions? Okay. So,
For me, this is very easy, but the first was terrible, I have to say, because I always thought that the first conditional is very easy. For example, if I go to London, I will say tower. And now, today, I know we can use the first conditional in different tenses, yes?
yeah, sort of. So the first conditional, so I mean, it's pretty basic. You
Yes.
can use with the present. So it's like to talk about future events that are likely to happen. So if I go, I will. If he is feeling, he will. And if she has not heard, I will. So usually it ends in will, but you can use the like progressive of going, so like the other future, or you can use the future perfect,
And
which
all
is
that is first conditional.
yeah. So this is all
Oh,
first
wow.
conditional. So it's just future events that are likely to happen. So most of the time we just use simple present. So if I go, I will. That's the
Yes,
easiest
I
form
know.
of it. But again, you can use the different tense, so the present progressive. So if he is feeling, he will. Or you could use the present perfect. If she hasn't heard, I will. And then, so the end, it's just, again, yeah, going to, which is just
Uh-huh.
another way of forming the future. Or you can use the future perfect.
We change tenses only in the first part of sentence. In the second is always will and the verb.
Yeah. So in the second, it's always will in the verb, or you can use the present perfect. So this is
Uh-huh.
just the future with going. So future using going, the verb to go,
Mhm.
which is just a different way of forming the future. And then this is the future perfect. So will have been. Yeah, that's just the first conditional. And again, most of the time it's simple, but it's not
It's
always.
simple. Mhm.
And I think we're on page 8. So any other questions on this page? Okay, let's go to the next page. And let's have David. Can you read the directions and the title and then follow them? So read the title and the directions.
Okay. Be creative in the second condition. Think about some impossible situations and tell about them.
Good. Can you repeat creative?
Creative.
Awesome. And David, can you try the first one? So choose an impossible situation and tell about it. And so,
But it's about the first picture.
It can be about anything. So this is like an example. If it were my birthday, I would throw a party. And these are just ideas that you could use.
Okay, okay, I got you. If I, mm, okay. If I want the lottery, I will, I will buy a Mercedes Benz.
Nice. I would buy a Mercedes Benz.
A
Good.
Mercedes? Okay.
That's perfect. Really good sentence. And let's try Ivan. Can you try another one?
Some possible and tell about them. If I want, if I had $1 billion, I would buy another planet.
Another planet. Okay, good. Okay, and Lena, what about you?
Um, he was a queen of England. Um,
I think you're saying the Queen
the Queen
of England?
of England. Every day uses the what do you say? Corona.
The crown?
The crown. Every day uses the crown.
Okay. Use the crown. We would remember, so you'd have to use the would, or could, or should, or might.
Okay.
So how would you change your sentence?
It was cool every day. I don't know.
Yeah, so every day. And then we'd need a subject pronouns. We'd say I. Say I could use the
Okay.
crown.
I could use the crown.
Yeah, and you could say I might or I would as well. So you don't have to use could, but it works. You could also say might or would.
Okay.
Can you repeat that sentence one more time, Lena?
Okay. If I were the Queen of England, every day I could use the crown.
Yeah, I could use the crown. And we might even say I would use the crown every day. Or I could use the crown every day. Use the crown every day. And that might sound a little bit better, just putting every day at the end. But really
Okay.
nice job, Lena. So both would work.
But maybe it is I could wear a crown.
Yeah, you could
Use?
say wear. Use works.
Yeah.
Wear works as well. So both are correct. But yeah, for sure. Both would sound fine. Victor, what about you? What would you do?
Uh, uh,
Imagine if you was the president of Russia.
oh, I'm not sure, but because I'm not sure that
It could be dangerous.
yes, because now I think he has trouble. He has a lot of problems to think. I don't know what I would do if I was Mr. Putin. Uh, 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 what would you do if you uh, um, How to say people who help a president to think?
Advisor.
Advisor, yes. What would you do if you were a president advisor?
Okay, so what would you do if you were the president's advisor? Yeah, could you answer the question? What would you do?
Uh, uh,
Or choose. Sorry.
it's too difficult for me. I think uh, I would thinking about change my career.
I would think about changing my career. Good, that's an awesome answer. So how would you answer in a complete sentence? So if I were the president's advisor,
If I were the president advisor, uh, uh, I would change my occupation.
I would think about changing my occupation.
I was thinking about.
Yeah, because you're not. So it's impossible to be because you're not. So if I were, I would think about changing my career. But good, that sounded great. Really nice work. And Wisla, what about the last one? So can you choose an impossible situation and tell about it?
Mhm. If I were a Messi, if I were Messi, I would like play in one team with Suarez and Ronaldo.
Yeah, I would like to play on a team with Suarez and Ronaldo. Yeah, that would be an incredible team for
Yes, I dream
sure.
about that.
Yeah, I think actually Messi and Suarez are going to be playing next year together, so part of your dream will come true. But yeah, and so any questions? Does anybody have any questions on this page? Okay, let's
The
go.
second is much more easier than first.
Yeah, the second conditional is easier. So you wouldn't say more easier. You just say easier.
Simply easier.
Yeah, so that's
Yes.
the comparative. So when a word has more than 3 syllables, like intelligent, you'd say more intelligent. But when you're saying something with 2 syllables or less, like smart or easy, you'd say easier, smarter. So that's a general rule. But you'd never ever say more easier or more smarter or something like that.
And much easier.
Yeah, much easier. You could say much easier because much is it's an changing. It's a modifier to some extent. So much easier, just an adverb. Easier. So it's describing how much easier it is.
The same with a lot easier, no?
Yeah, you could also say a lot easier for sure. But good. But you'd never say more easier because that's redundant. It's saying the same thing twice. Okay, but good. And so unfortunately, we're just about out of time. Does anybody have any last questions? Any last questions?
Yes, Joshua, I have one last question.
Okay.
Why we use were instead of was?
Okay, why do we use were?
Yeah, why do we use were instead was?
And so it's just the subjunctive in English. It's actually one of the few times we actually use it. And you don't have to. You can say was. So
I can say was.
it sounds more natural to say were, but was works just as well. So if it was my birthday, I would throw a party. Sounds better to use the subjunctive were, but you don't have to. Does that answer your question, David?
Yeah, because sounds better, more natural.
Yeah.
Yeah, like more native.
Okay. But yeah, and so again, we are out of time. So everybody, really nice class. Hopefully I'll see you guys all again soon, and have a really great day.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much.
Bye,
Bye.
teacher.
Bye, guys.
Thank you. See you.